All right, hey guys, Jason here, up here at Franklin. You can see it is very humid, it is very rainy. It has been one of those kind of days. I am actually soaking wet. We went out and hunted today and I am soaked to the bone still. But what we are gonna do today, I want you to prove me wrong or show a better way. That is what we are talking about. Now, we made a video literally about a week ago, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe a little less when it published, but that I said the 5-year 50,000 or 5-year and 50% rule, where we talked about buy a truck, drive it for 5 years, sell it for 50% of what you got it for, or for what 50% of what MSRP was, roll that over into your next one, and how you can constantly stay ahead of the game. We made this video. And it went over very well. It's doing very well. And a lot of people understand it, but there's definitely some people that were like, that's horrible advice. Buy a car, drive it till the wheels fall off. Okay, there's people say, buy a used car, buy a used one right here, and drive it forever. Okay, we get all these comments in there, and that's a great thing. My job as a content creator is to make you think outside of the box, to give you ideas and ways to do things, different solutions, different ideas, different things to make you think, like, for example, leasing. Okay, people think leasing is a good idea. It's a good idea if you get the right lease and the right deal and the math works. Otherwise, leasing is very bad. You want to see how it works? Do the math on your lease. Okay, $4,000 due at signing plus $399 a month for 36 months. Add that up and see what it's worth, and then you had the keys back and you're at ground zero. Or what if you bought it, got $10,000 off on the truck, and you drove it for 3 years and 36,000 miles and then sold it? Which one plays out better? Always do the math. Okay, usually leasing on a truck is horrible, but it's my job to make you think. So we're gonna counter these things that people are talking about, and we're going to kind of go a different direction with it today. And I want you to prove me wrong. And I also want you to put in here if you have a better idea, because again, my job is to make you think outside of the box and give you ideas and options on what's going to work best for you. The more you add to this, the more it benefits other people. My way may not be the best way or the right way for you. It's definitely a good way. Don't fool yourself. I don't give you a way that's not a good way. But you might have a different approach that might be beneficial for other people when they learn about it, read it in the comments. So let's take this way. Ready? Okay, because we had two scenarios that we'll take my scenario. I'm going to put a twist on it. Then we're going to cover the drive it till the wheels fall off scenario. So let's look at it from a realistic standpoint and see how close they are, yet the variance. So on my 5-year, 50% rule, we broke it down. I just did some math just now in the car while I was sitting there. We just kind of threw it together here. I'm actually waiting for Texas Roadhouse steaks right over there so I can pick them up on our way home. So I stopped to do this. So if the truck has an MSRP of $60,000, okay, brand new truck, whatever it is, it's got an MSRP of $60,000. You buy it for 50 grand out the door. Yes, very easy to do today. You should be getting a minimum of 10% off. Okay, but let's say minimum. But let's say you get it for 50 grand. And this is the same thing applies to the other side. But so you buy it 60 MSRP, you buy it for 50 grand. 5 years later, you sell it for $30,000. Okay, 50% of MSRP. You sell it for 30. Okay, so it costs you $20,000 to drive it for 5 years. Doesn't matter the miles, doesn't matter how it worked within reason, okay, but it cost you $20,000 to drive your new truck for 5 years with zero down on it. You just bought it. And when it cost you 20 grand to own it for those 5 years, which comes in at $330 per month for the time that you owned it. Okay, that's what it breaks down to. Now, obviously, your monthly payment might be a little higher, but that's what it, higher, but you get your money back when you sell it. So there it is. Now, okay, let's turn that around and let's look at a different one, and we're going to come right back to it because it's important when I show you the flip side of this when we come back. Okay, let's kill it. Drive it till the wheels fall off. So you buy the same truck for $60,000 MSRP, $50,000 out the door. For 5 years, you're going to make payments on it at $833 a month is what your payments will be. Okay, and then I let it be at 0%. We didn't even take into account because we're keeping it apples to apples. Forget the finance chart. We're keeping apples to apples. So came in at $833 a month, and then you got 5 years with no payments because you're going to drive it for 10 years. okay? 10 years, no payments. So at the end of 10 years, but during that time, you know, you're gonna drive it for 10 years, that last 5 years, it is out of warranty, and during that time, you're probably gonna have 3 major repairs on there. You can modify it any way you want. I called it $15,000 worth of repairs. If you think that's crazy today, do you not see what the vehicles we have? Okay, this is not, you're not talking about a 2012, a 20 or a 2006. These things today, yeah, I promise you drive it for 10 years, it's gonna be 15K. But even change the number if you want to 10 or 5, it still doesn't matter. But let's leave it at 15K. That's $125 a month for that 15, you know, total for that $15,000 broken up in there. So it's gonna cost you $65,000 to drive it into the ground for 10 years. And then you're gonna turn around and let's say you're able to sell it, what, 10 grand maybe? You know, 10 years, that many miles, maybe 5 grand. Either way, it's kind of what it is, but you're looking at about $65,000 to drive it for 10 years. And then you start back at zero and you have nothing. You're back at zero. Maybe you get 5 grand, maybe get 10 grand out of it, but you're basically at zero. You also have, you know, you have risk, you have the problems, and it just sucks. You spend 10 years in one truck. And for the last 5 of it, it was a used 5-year-old truck that you may or may not like, but it is what it is. But that's the kill it plan, okay? So it costs you $65,000 for 10 years to drive it, you start over. Let's go back to the flip side. Let's go back to the other side here on my pad of paper, my piece of paper here, on that 5-year, 50,000-mile one. So you drive it, it costs you $20,000 to drive it for 5 years. And then you sell it for 30. Now you got 2 choices. All right, let's take a quick second, mention our sponsor of this video here, Last Fit. They build some of the most amazing products. We use their stuff on everything. Every truck I own and have owned recently has been all set up with Last Fit stuff. We're gonna take a look at it real quick and show you some of their offering. All right, so we look at these mats, look at the coverage, look at the overlay of these things, the quality of these things, they're insane. This is high level stuff. Look at the difference. Here it is in a Nissan. This is in a Nissan Sentra, deep dish pockets. Look at even the back end. If you got kids, like my daughter does here, and this is her car, look at that, collecting all the debris, all the food pieces, everything falling out of there, even a back. High deep dish design to these things so that you don't even have to ever vacuum again. All of the dirt and the debris will stay contained in them. Look, the size difference of these compared to factory ones too are amazing, and the price is incredible, but look at how much bigger these are than the actual factory floor mats in this 4Runner. See, a size difference is huge, and so laser fit perfect. They offer them for every single vehicle that you can think of out there, basically. Their prices are absolutely phenomenal, and the big thing, as you're looking at these, look at the review numbers. Look at the sheer number of 5-star reviews on these things, on every one of them. They are incredible quality on every kind of level. You cannot go wrong with Last Fit. You could take that $30,000 and put it down on your next one and make your payments basically nothing, because it's only going to cost you $20,000 to drive this one for, you know, same thing. Buy it for 60, you repeat the process. Buy it for 60, or it's MSRP for 60, you buy it for 50, you drive it for 5 years, sell it for 30, you only have $20,000 you're losing, but you just put $30,000 down out of your first car. You're actually not spending any money on it. See what I'm getting at? But now here's the other thing. Let's put a different twist on it for you. What if you didn't want to put that 30 grand down on it? How about this, okay? Because we hear this from a lot of people. Better to do investments, better to do things with investments. Well, let's put that into perspective. Buy it for 5 years. Then when you turn around and sell it after 5 years, you sell it for $30,000, like we said. Then don't put any money down on your next one and buy your next one for 5 years with 0 down and drive it for 5 years, and then you're gonna sell it. But that $30,000 that you got at the end of that 5 years from your first one, put that 30 grand into investments for you and do whatever you want with it. 30,000 bucks, dump it, boom, right into your stocks or your portfolio or an IRA or whatever you wanna do with it. CDs, doesn't matter, whatever your thing is, but you're gonna invest that 30 grand. And then boom, now you're in another truck, same kind of payment. You're only gonna cost you $20,000 to have that truck for 5 years. You repeat the process again. So at the end of 10 years, you will have cost to drive 2 brand new trucks $40,000, right? We're at $20,000 per 5 years is the cost. Remember, you bought it for $50,000, you sold it for $30,000. After 5 years, that's $20,000. So you did that 2 times. So in a 10-year period, you drove 2 brand new trucks under powertrain warranty all of the time. 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain, but you were under powertrain, and so you had it under warranty. You drove it for 2 trucks, 2 brand new trucks in 10 years, and it cost you $40,000. How much did we say the other one was? 10 years, $65,000 minus the 5 or 10 that you got out of it. So $55 or $60,000 is what it cost you to drive 1 truck till the wheels fell off because of repairs that are going to come into there. But don't forget, on the 5-year 50, we happened to put $60,000 in that 10-year period into investments. 60 grand went into investments. Now, this is all relative to you being able to make the payments, okay? But the payments to me are irrelevant. I can make the payments. What matters to me is the total amount I'm buying for. That's the point I'm trying to get at. My job is to convince you to look outside of the box and think of how you're spending your money and what you're doing with that. So let the reality of these sink in and put that into perspective. 1 truck for 10 years, drive it into the ground, it costs you $60,000 or $55,000 to do it, and you walk away with nothing. With my plan, you drive 2 new trucks in the same amount of time. Your payments are very similar to the payment you had for your 5 years. You just carry it for 10, but you put $60,000 in the bank, and you also drove 2 brand new trucks under warranty the whole time. See what I'm getting at? So now prove me wrong. And if you can prove me wrong, great, I accept it. And if you cannot prove me wrong and you have a better idea or another solution that will help people with their truck buying experiences, even if it disagrees with what I say, if you have a solution or an idea that can help them with their experience, post it, put the comments in there, help these people out. That is what this channel is all about. It's not, it's not a one-sided thing. Do you see the comments that we get on all of our videos? People are active in this channel, and give them something to work with. Give them, if you got excellent advice on this stuff, give it to them, because it helps people, and that is what we are here for, is to help people any way we can. Questions, comments, anything you got, put it down below. As always, thanks for watching.